taking your bros. I'm taking your man and spinning his bands. Oh, yeah. Did it again. Oh, yeah. Out with his friend. Oh, yeah. Chanel is the lens. Okay. With his friend finna get lit. I'm everything on they wish list. Which bag should I get? Which color should I pick?
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida. As a moment ago, the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the New England Patriots. One started, and we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 24, Jones. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. Well, these two teams met down in Miami earlier this year with the Dolphins winning that one. So they're looking for the season sweep with a win here in Miami. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. On the give, this is Harris. Jerome Baker there on the tackle. So, Charles, we have reached the end here of a long season, Week 18, which we don't say very often, although this is not the first Week 18 that the NFL has ever seen.
Not at all. And, Brandon, some of the people might be a little bit too young to remember, but back in 1993, the league experimented with giving teams 2 open weeks for the year. And we also saw Week 18 when the league was on pause for a few weeks in 2001 following the attacks on September 11th.
Second down at 5. They hand this off to Harris. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. Jones. Oh, hit Harris, he throws there, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The Patriots send out their punter. Back deep is Albert Wilson. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. This defense for the Patriots, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown. Jalen Waddle, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Dolphins on just 2 plays have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing Jones. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's got his target, Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work because he's going to leak out of the backfield to his right and then angle his way up the field. And a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. A give to Harris. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. the play fake. Jones. He'll let this go deep for Bourne. This is caught inside the 15.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college. And
plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right call way more often than they get it wrong.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They run with Harris. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Another good carry there for the NFL's 2nd leading rusher, and we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
Well, I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's 1st or 2nd or even 3rd in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And his kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
At the 27-yard line.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Rosen. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, and the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Now a first down carry for Harris. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Jones. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Jones. It's brought in by Harris. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Oh, that's a big let off there on 3rd down because you've got to account for the running back coming out of the backfield. They didn't, and they got burned, not just for a first down, but for big yardage as well.
On 1st down, Harris. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. But we talk about being on schedule. I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
Harris. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Damian Harris, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Extra point attempt to come here. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. From his end zone, Wilson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Rosen. He's going to wind up and air it out. It got his man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And the final readout, by the way, on the next-gen stats, I mean, goodness, he hit a top speed of 22.2 miles per hour. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now a give, running left is Harris. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 57 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved. That's going to set them back 5 yards. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This one to Bourne out on the left side. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. Hunter Henry brings it in. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. He got 29 yards that time.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll run on first down. It's Harris. Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Looking to throw on second down. Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Rosen. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Rosen. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, Michael Pilardi on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Pats at the line, ready to go, as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Going for the deep ball. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle as time expires in the first half. And the Dolphins will extend their lead on the final play of the half. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered defensively. A disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be because I know as a defender, You've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be first and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. And that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. The return man, Wilson. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Rosen's throw here taken in by Gesicki. 7 yards, the pickup there. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener, and it was the Dolphins with a road victory, so they'll look for the sweep now here in Miami. They'll try the left side. Hawkins looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a third and about 3 to go. And now it's Rosen looking. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll try and throw for it with Rosen. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's swung out wide to Harris. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. He's going to look downfield for Henry. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay. And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
throwing again on second down. Rosen. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will make this a 19-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. No run back here for Jones. A touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Jones. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, Rosen. Touchdown, Dolphins! Jalen Waddle. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, I got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. Xavier Howard up to make the tackle.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Again, it's Harris on second down. He's got a first down past the 30. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line. 77 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
First down, New England.
On first down, it's Harris. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Jones. Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Here's Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with Harris. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They'll run on first down. It's Harris. 117 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 3 yards remain for second down. They run with Harris. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Back to throw. Jones. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
He sets to fire deep. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Rosen to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. A 3rd and long. You knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
Let's go.
4th down. Here's Rosen. He's going to air one out. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Kyle Van Noy. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
On 1st down, Harris. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Harris going to get it again on second down. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 128 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those who can stay out there with their offensive linemen, those are the guys they really value.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Now that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. On second down, it's Harris, and he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Who that? Who that? Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Here we go. Mike 52. 79 Broncos. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. So that'll back him up 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long.
Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 52 is the Mike. Mike 52. Mike 52. Ring alert. Ring alert.
Looking to throw. Jones. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
They'll try to run with Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Damian Harris, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom throwing this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
From his end zone, Wilson. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And it is starting to appear, thankfully for them, that this is the week they're going to put it all together and end that long losing streak. They're not home yet, but in control in the fourth quarter.
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And Rosen's actually going to throw it here. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
After what they faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, it's Rosen. He's going to try and go deep again. Touchdown! Jalen Waddle with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this fourth quarter.
In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Pats at the line, ready to go. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. They'll run on first down. Harris. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just